Hi, this is Barry J. McDonald, and I'd like to welcome you to today's blog post over at writecom.com. And today's blog post was a personal one for me, and it came about from the news that Kevin Smith, the director, had a very close one with the Grim Reaper and almost passed away with a heart attack. And from that news, it brought me back to my earlier years when, before I started writing, before I had created this blog or anything else, I used to be a shelf stacker. And on those shifts, I used to do the graveyard shift, so from 10 o'clock at night until 8 o'clock in the morning, my hours were spent, getting the store ready for the following morning. And I used to work in the tea and coffee aisle, so I used to stack biscuits and all the jars of tea, coffee, and all those different things. But 10 hours doing that job was just totally mind-numbing for me, and it really kind of, it really was the low point in my life. And it was only from listening to podcasts by Kevin and all the entertainment he gave freely on his podcast that kept me entertained for those 10 hours a night, and kept me going. It took my mind to a different place than actually being in the store that I was doing my work in. But another thing that came about from Kevin's podcast was how he always believed that anyone could do what he was doing, that anyone could grab a couple of microphones, sit around the table and set up a podcast and share some funny stories with the world, and to get out there and do bigger things with their life. He always said that anybody could do what he could do, and I think it all came about from his kind of why not attitude. He used to always say, why can't you do set up a podcast, why can't you go and make a movie, why can't you go and do this? And it was funny when I was actually reading the full report of his heart attack. He had spoke about that he always had a fear of death, but then near the end, when he actually come close to it, he said that he was happy with his life because he was sure he was going to miss his wife and his daughter. But when he looked back on his life, all the different things that he actually went and done, the people that he met, maybe the movies that he created and all that, he was satisfied with all he had done. And so many of us kind of probably will reach the end of our lives maybe disappointed with that we should have done more with our lives and maybe done different things, met different people, and and because of fear or whatever it is. But I know from what Kevin was kind of drumming into me every night through his podcast, kind of this why not attitude, it gave me the confidence to go and publish children's books, to start writing, to build the Writecom blog and all those different things. So if you feel maybe that you should be doing more with your life, or you want to do more, have a why not attitude. Dismiss what everybody else is saying, and at the end of the day, like Kevin, we're all going to come close to meet the Grim Reaper. So if you can get as much done as you possibly want to, and all the things that you want to do in life, don't hold back. And again, like Kevin says, why not? So this has just been a personal video from me, because the man did make a big difference in my life, and from him I know a lot of the work that I've done came about because of his podcast and what he said in those podcasts and the belief he put in all of us. So this has been today's blog post over at writecom.com. If you're an author or marketer and would like to know more about me, drop by the blog. I have 2 free reports at the moment. You want to pick up one of them. One of them is how to sell more books, and the other one is 10 ways to make money from writing. So if you'd like to hop on over and pick up either of those reports, you're very welcome. So take care and have a great day. Bye bye.